Howdy doody, everybody. Just very quiet here today. G'day, Steve. I don't think he's going to make it in tonight, but looks of it. G'day, Dwight, Ron Moen. How are you? Hello to all the other people that are in the background. I have made it to the show. Nothing else to do on a beautiful Sunday morning here. Crisp Sunday morning. It's been the warmest day in probably about a week. G'day, Kyle. How are you, buddy? I've had my surgery, so I'm in my strap one arm. They didn't get the other arm behind my shoulder, so they couldn't find a jacket that fit. CSX Productions, welcome. Hey, Stormy, how are you, Steve and Jenny? Hopefully you guys are well. I'm going to only have another short stream today. The pain meds and what that I've got are really knocking me about a bit. It's making me real tired. Been an interesting week. I managed to get the track work done on the layout. I went to try to fire it up yesterday, and some goofball mixed up his polarities. G'day, JD. How are you? Mixed up the polarities. I sorting that out.
Productions, Kyle, Stormy, Steve and Jenny, Ron, and Steve's not going to be here. Steve 87 PSAP because football's on.
Yeah, I want to watch the FIFA girls final today too, which is on this afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here. It's been an interesting week. Like I really was working flat out to get the track work done on the layout. The track work's done. I will have a video and update on it during the week. G'day, Train Man. How are you? Some goofball, again, same goofball, mixed up his tracks and curves and whatnot, and the geometry was all out. G'day, Ray and Tammy. How are yous? And I went in a surgery Thursday, so Wednesday I really got stuck into it, and of course I had problems with the plywood. Cut all the new wood out and make my curves and radiuses. You guys will see what I've done. And I'm just at the final leg. The curves won't match up. I cannot get the radius. G'day, Tiny Town. How are you? Trying to get the broad the 24 or even a 22-inch radius to come right around. It didn't work out, and it's like 9-10 o'clock at night. Now I cannot go out and start cutting the jigsaw. What I'm going to do now, I want to finish it. Lucky I had a template there and I used it. It's rough, but it worked. Then I thought, quickly wire it up. Managed to wire it up. Oh, I've got to do the turnout motors. I looked at the clock, 3:30. I've got plenty of time still. The ride to the hospital doesn't turn up till 5 o'clock because there was no way I was going to go to bed, because if I went to bed, I wasn't going to wake up. Because I got stuck into it, 7 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. And I finished cutting up the wood and whatnot roughly about lunchtime, but I had to clean up outside and gurn it all out, get rid of all the sawdust, so it's all presentable. While I'm still able to, having two hands, two arms. Gone into it 3:30. Okay, quickly I'll hotwire my turnouts. Finished it, and I'm so pleased myself. Hooked it all up. Okay, now it's time to put everything underneath the layout. Before I do that, I go and check on the time. It was 5 o'clock. Here's the ride already outside waiting for me. It's like, yeah, okay, better get dressed up, and only Mr. Nice Sleep, you're tough. Yeah, I had to get it done. Otherwise, it'd be 6 to 8 weeks before I can start lifting my arm up again.
Well, T4 here says he hopes you get your polarity straightened out without having to go back for more surgery. If he screws up his polarity and discovers it the wrong way by zapping himself, that's actually good. That's stimulation. When you get shoulder surgery or muscle surgery, I don't know about Australia, but over here, we get stims. In fact, I have a TENS unit here at home for my back and shoulders that I had to pick up when I had my surgeries.
Yeah. It was a good, simple fix. So I thought.
Hey, Mystic, how are you?
I put it in. Hey, Mystic, how are you? When I had a quick look at it last night, there was still power going to one of the tracks. It's like, why is there power going into it? There shouldn't be any power. But I managed to fix it up easy. I'm lucky that I thought my way through when I'd done all the wiring and everything else, that if I had to do something, I could do it easily one-handed. So I managed to fix it.
Not a hand, are you, you bloody bastard?
Listen,
I guess that cuts your sex life in half now, doesn't it?
You can talk. You're in a lot of trouble. I've been talking to your lover boys.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, what's going on here? Yeah, I've been talking.
Always something with you.
Yeah, it's all right. The video will be
Your
out
mother always told you if you did it too much, you'd go blind, and now you're wearing glasses.
For me. I mean, they're wearing our glasses from the age of 4. Yeah.
Wow, you got off to an early
G'day,
start.
2 hands. Yeah, very early. I saw the miniskirts from the 60s, you see. That's what made me go blind. Yeah, got in the hospital. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, okay, listen, guys, when you put me under, just to let you know, when it's time to wake me up, you probably won me from the reaction to the anesthetic will be the reaction from me not sleeping for 22 hours. And boy, did they start having fun with me. They changed the calendar. They ended up taking me around. They started getting me. They got me doing laps around the operating theatre. G'day, Randall. How are you, bud? It was fun and games. I mean, apart from this, but 2 hours in the surgery, I woke up and they actually let me sleep till
Randall,
about 1
how are you?
Yeah, they let me sleep till 1 o'clock, and then it was it's done. It's over and done with. He's done what he's can, and
that's when you texted me that you woke up and it was about 1 o'clock your time, 2 o'clock your time. Came through the surgery. I'm doing fine. Had a great sleep. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, and the sympathy I have for you, because I'm like, that's great. Now go back to sleep.
Yeah. But it's so funny. 20 likes. No, Mystic. 500 subs, then I shave the beard off. 500 subs. Now, I was meant to have a private room, and they didn't give me a private room. And they gave me this. There was this guy that I had to share the room with. I tell you what. He's worse than a whinge and pom. But then I found out where he's from. He's from West Berkeley, which is on the other side of the hill. You just want to shut up. Payback when I'm snoring. I tell you what, I snore something really good.
Or maybe his talking was payback for your snoring. It could be either way.
Yeah. Righto, Randall. But I came home and then, excuse me, yesterday I fiddled around a little bit trying to get the wiring sorted out. I tested it out and tried top of the workbench cleaned out so I can run the trains. Then that's when I discovered nothing wanted to work. So I managed to sort that out. I'll go in there later on and tidy up a bit more. And what's his name? I've got it. Ben's going to come around later on and put the table and everything else underneath. Oh, yeah. Look, the scary part is when I wake up Friday morning. Of course, I'll get the view of the ocean. And if anyone's seen in the Fun Day video in the clip there was a US battleship on the horizon. So they keep me in check by bringing in the battleship, pointing the guns towards us. Yeah.
So you were screaming about them going away. That was supposed to be your transport over here, that you were getting the royal treatment.
Yeah.
Well, look, royal, so you were getting the presidential treatment. We were going to bring you over.
Well, now you tell me. Well, they're still doing exercise off the coast.
We did tell you, but you kept zonking back out with your happy pills.
Happy pills, yeah, they were happy. Yeah, the farmers come up with the tablets, and it's like pulls them out and go, oh, goody, you got to give me some good ones. He goes, so you know what they are? I go, yeah, I'm going to be happy for a little while. Nurses, Tammy, look, the nurses knew me, and they go, oh, no, he's trouble. They know me well. But I tell you what, all jokes aside, they did do a fantastic job. I mean, the great staff. Food was, for hospital food, it was actually quite good as well. The care was really great. Can't complain about it. I mean, I take my hat off to them. I don't know who anybody could have set them over. It could have been you. Could have been my co-host here. Could have been even Jim Tedesco. Could have been Jim Tedesco because I wasn't on the show on Thursday, was I? So it could have been him.
Now, if I sent it over, it would have been the HMS Bounty.
Yeah, but didn't it sink?
Well, it was sunk after they got to Pitcairn Island.
Yeah. It doesn't float very good, eh? It turned into a submarine. Yeah, that was the first. Well, that was an early submarine. Yes, Mystic. Yeah, the nurses are unsung heroes. They do a lot of work. I mean, okay, the doctors do the surgery, but it's the nurses that make sure that you are well enough to be able to be booted out and sent home. But yeah, currently they're doing Australia, United States, and Japan are currently doing exercise off the coast here, our military exercise in the area. G'day, buddy. How are you, March West? How are you?
Hey, nice Andy, go back to bed now. Get some sleep.
Yeah. I've got some tablets here if you want to help you sleep. I'll tell you what, they work great. Takes a while for them to wear off too.
No, I have weird dreams when I take those pills.
Oh, I had a weird dream too on the first night because if you guys seen the progress of the layout, I've got like two little access points in the middle of it. And here I am, I'm dreaming, I'm in the layout, and I'm going up in between, but here I am, jumped out of, it's actually out of bed, like I've gone up, I've got to go to the toilet. Now, if I go forward, I'm going to walk into the bench. So how do I get out of here? I'm in the arm sling. Oh, crap. I'm stuck. I'm trapped. Oh, no. I had a bit of those nurses were great. Any numbers? I'm not going to disclose that information to CSX Productions.
In other words, no, he didn't get any. If he did, he'd be bragging about it.
Hey, look, the one that walked me around the operating theatre, I'll tell you what, she was giving me a nice massage. Yeah. But then again, she's probably getting back at me too. For giving him cheek last time. So yeah, I haven't really prepared much for the show this week. For obvious reasons. So I'm going to let some people come up for a little bit. So it's going to be a challenge for me in some ways, because I'm on my own. But I'll get through it. I've already gone through it twice. This is now the third time. I'll cope. The heavy work that I had to get done around the house is done. Once I clean the mess off the bench or the layout in the room, I'll be going back into there. I can do that one-handed. At least I've got something I can work with. 1 o'clock in the morning and out. Well, that's why I don't have a doorbell. Here he is.
We have a
Hey,
Randall.
Randall, how are you?
Hey, what's happening, guys?
Not much, Randall. Yourself?
Not a whole lot. Did a 12-hour yard shift yesterday. Saw some pretty cool trains. I get to go back and do it all over again tomorrow. So from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Right. So you're not going to do a 22-hour shift with me?
No, I believe the days of me doing 22-hour shifts are behind me.
Oh, okay. All right. Bugger, I've got no one that wants to join me to do a 22-hour shift.
Yeah. I did one of those sort of, but that was not very pleasant. So
I've got to say my longest stint of work was close to 36 hours straight. And this is going a long time ago when I was driving the trucks, and that was going from Melbourne to Brisbane. I had to get into Brisbane to get unloaded so I can get a load before Christmas, so I can get home for Christmas time. And the only stop I had was a quick bite to eat and fuel for the truck. This is before all the cameras and whatnot. I mean, logbooks were their only storybooks anyway. Book of Lies, we call them. But when I got to Brisbane, I was that tired that my legs were like jelly. I could not stand up. But never again. Never, ever again did I do that. I mean, I was just zonked out. It took me a while to get down to here, but at least I got unloaded and everything else. So, yeah, I want to stop doing these long hours. It's no good for your sleeping pattern.
no.
That's if you got one. Yeah. So what else has been happening with you, Randall?
Oh, not much. I got a package from Scale Trains in today, so I haven't opened it yet.
What the hell's wrong with you, man?
I don't know.
Well, if you haven't opened it, then send it over here. Let me open it and let me test it out.
I'm afraid I won't be able to afford to be sending anything right now, Artie.
I'll send you the money. Send it over. That's not a problem. But just send it over here and I'll test it out for you.
A lot of this stuff that's coming in, stuff that I've already saved up for and is pre-ordered. So,
right. I've got a couple of more passenger car kits coming down from Kashila Hobbies. But it was interesting. Like when I was doing my layout, I was the previous weekend I ran out of track pins, but now I was running out of rail joiners.
Wait a minute. Time out. We gotta go back here a second. You're one-armed. How are you gonna open it? You know, hold it in your good arm and use your teeth.
Where's the knife?
Sometimes you don't open.
I'll get the rabbit to open.
You'll get the rabbit to open it. Yeah, that'll be a good idea.
She's got good teeth.
Sometimes you don't open a package until you have time to savor it.
The boxes might have a bit chew marks on it. Yeah, well, I mean, I opened up a package while I was constructing this layout because I'm trying to work out what the boxes were underneath. I go, oh, this box hasn't been opened. What's in it? Oh, the UP carriages inside it. They'll come in handy later.
We can open this and see what's in it.
Yeah, let's have a look.
With the camera off, Randall, that can be taken many different ways. You got to be more specific.
There it is.
Yeah,
oh, thank God.
G'day, Papa John. How are you, buddy?
Hey, Papa John.
Now, has anybody got Randall's address? Because I don't, because just have the EMD on EMD on standby in case he cuts himself. Yeah. Whoa, there he is.
It's invisible. Ooh. It's gone.
I'm having to do some cutting on it.
Yeah, so the rabbit would have had it open.
Get
by
in there
now.
and rip it with your bare hands. Damn.
Are
you cutting it with that knife or are you holding it up?
No, I cut it with that knife.
I cut you, man.
Of course, scale trains, they always send you candy. So
trying to sweeten you up to buy some more.
Yeah, my blood sugar doesn't need any candy.
Cheyenne doesn't need it either.
No, she don't need it, but I'm gonna give it to her anyway.
Yeah. At least you can.
Ooh, that's cool.
Send it back to your parents. Oh yeah, well, it's cool. It's a box.
Kyle,
okay.
You've seen the Tasmanian Devil. Do you think it's a wise idea to let it open the box?
There's one.
Ooh, look at
There's
that.
two.
Ooh, nice.
These are 5,820 cubic foot covered hoppers.
G'day, Rick. How are you, buddy?
Hey, Rick. Rick Bailey's here.
So this one here, this one here is the data only ones, and this one here is, I believe, I have to make sure. It's ExxonMobil.
Oh, cool.
So
wow. Yeah, well,
I have ideas. I never said they were good ideas.
Well, they were a good idea at the time. Even if it failed, it was still a good idea at the time.
yes, we can get one of these bad boys out and take a look at it.
I've got to say they are coming up with some nice models. They are really coming up with some nice models.
Yeah, the AC 4400 CWs are out now from them, but I'm gonna have to miss this run anyway. Whoops, there's the spare bearing caps out of it. I don't want to lose them.
Spare parts.
Yeah, that's one thing I always liked about scale trains. They send you spare bearing caps. Have a look, see if they got the there it is. It's taped down.
That's fine, Papa John. I would rather you concentrate on your drive and then texting and driving, buddy, or writing down messages.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trackside Mike, how you doing?
Keep it on the tracks.
Hey, Trackside Mike and Papa John Trains.
It's more fun when they fly off the tracks.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now let's see if we can get this guy. There we go.
I've got to say, it's good packaging.
Yeah, it is. There it is, right there.
That's good, Randall. You don't have to compete with Heath.
Yeah.
I'm just naturally slow, Anthony.
Slow? Man,
yeah.
You got that open up in less than 5 minutes. You got it out. Whoa.
That's a big hopper car.
It is.
That's
How many bays is it? Like 4 bays?
It is 4 bays.
I believe Seaboard, they had a big extended version hopper. I think it had, what, 6 or 8 bays underneath it?
Lo and behold, I didn't know this till after they already got these in stock. There's actually an operator version of these cars. And I wish I know that. I'd have probably bought the operator because I could probably buy them 2 for 1. I still would have bought this one anyway because I got plans for this car, but
Yeah, I get to work on stuff.
That's true, Kyle. It wouldn't have the main box open yet. Yeah.
This one has no, except for the data markings. That's all it's got on it.
You know, it's amazing to see how many, like when I see the trains in the United States, how many of those hoppers are around. I mean, I bet you the people that manufacture them get bored with them after a while. Building the same carriages time and time and time again. I mean, there's thousands of them in the system, isn't there? So, so is that the grain car or is that a pneumatic one?
This car, I'm not sure what it hauls. Because it's an Exxon Mobil car, I'd say it has something to do with either the oil they produce or something. So I'm not really sure what these things actually haul.
There's another ones that come up through. We got some of them that go through Spartanburg, Greenville area, and I've found out that they actually cart. A lot of them cart the pellets and that that polystyrene balls, what they call them.
Maybe somebody in the room can tell what they tend to haul.
Yeah. You know, the stuff material that they have in the bean bags. But yeah. Yeah. No, that's very cool.
Yeah, I've got another car that's probably close to the same size as that. It's a Walters car.
Right. Yeah. I'm currently getting some, they're on special. I'm getting some, what we call R cars, passenger cars that used to run down this area. I'm getting some of those kits so I can do together because a lot of my trains are going to be mainly passengers. And I've got some of them coming around because he's not going to produce those kits anymore. So while he's got them on sale and got them available, I'm going to grab them. Just something different. And because it's a small layout, if I have a series of small passenger cars behind my train, it will just give it the illusion that's a big long train. What were they? I think they were 45 foot, these passenger cars. And they ran right up to about 91, 90 when I got taken out of service. Yeah. Okay. So, but yeah, can't wait to start running on a train layout. So hopefully this time next week I'll be on the other layout. So what's been happening with you, Anthony? Much been happening over your way?
No, it's been pretty quiet. Joyce went back to work this week, so it's not weird this time. Last year was kind of weird for her to be getting up before me because I've spent 36 years getting up before her and leaving for work, and now she's getting up before me and going to work, and then I get up. But yeah, it was just quiet. Other than I had some doctor's testing. I had to go to the hospital and get some scans and testing done, but don't know what the results are.
Right.
So we'll just wait and see what it all says.
Hopefully it's positive. Hopefully it's all positive.
No, actually, hopefully it's negative.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if they come back and said the test result was positive, that's bad news.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. What I meant is it's going to be good news for you, and for us. I mean, but I can imagine now Joyce is going to work and it's like, yes, I got the place to myself. Oh, the grandson's coming around later. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Yeah. So, oh, excuse me. This next week, I'll try to get out, but I won't be getting out much because I need to rest up. So it is a bit. I'm a bit dead. I haven't really got much to talk about this time. Yeah. Okay. So, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Yeah. So what do you got there? That looks like a grain hopper.
Yeah, this is a grain hopper right here. This is a 67-foot Trinity 6351 covered hopper, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce the road name of that car.
Incobrasa.
It looks as a Brexit. It's a Brexit car, isn't it? Left the I and the T in the mark.
I'm not sure what it is. I'm assuming it's some kind of grain company. Now I have 3 of the Trinity 75th anniversary scheme cars, which are the same cars as this. They're just black with gold trim on them.
Which is cool.
And they have a little 75th anniversary logo, I think, right back here.
Right. Okay, well.
But, I mean, those 2 cars there, pretty much same length, same height.
Yeah.
So, but Skeltrain's car is actually quite a bit lighter than this car. This is a heavy son of a gun right here.
They didn't put a weight in.
And those aren't stock couplers, by the way. I made those for it. So,
right. It'd be interesting to see how that would run.
Another UK guy that's up late. Hi, Sean.
G'day, Sean. How are you, buddy? Nice to see you. Yeah. What I'm working on at the moment, I thought I was going to have to do the interiors for passenger cars with me. They already come pre-made. I've got the bottom of the floor and that ready to go. I just got to paint the shell. The shell is in the back room. I can't get to it at the moment, but that's the compartments for it. Nice. In the back section there, is basically the guard, or as the Americans call them, conductors are. They're in the back here. And look, we even got a toilet in here too. Look at that. Isn't it amazing, hey? So yeah, I've got 2 of these, one for each end. And
well, it makes you wonder why they painted the room brown.
Yeah, it's supposed to be mahogany. But yeah, it's not what you're thinking it is. I'm just disappointed it didn't have the windows on the petition side of it here. But it is what it is. Now I'm going to use the lighted decoders to light them up, the interior. So that will keep me busy for a while since I'm not allowed to do any heavy lifting. And it's pretty light. So yeah, hopefully get that done in the next week or 2. And I've got some matching cars to go with it. Yeah, what else we got? I don't know what else I've got to go. No, as I just said before, I was up 22 hours getting the layout ready, ready before I went into operation. I tell you what, it really messed me up. Yeah, no, the hospital staff went to town on me too. I don't know what they'd done to me this time around, but I tell you what, they all had fun. Payback's a bitch, isn't it?
Well, you'll have to wait till you get the surcharges itemization and see what they added.
Oh no, the insurance company gets that. That all the insurance company.
Yeah, but you should still get an itemization for yourself for your health records.
I do have what they've done to me on the paper, but they don't disclose everything they've done to you on paper because they all criminate themselves. There's some things you just do not put down on pen and paper.
Let's see. 3 ounces blood, 1 liter water. What's Asian massage therapy?
Yeah.
That was for the doctor to keep him interested.
Yeah. So that explains what the doctor was in a happy mood. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing some of these, and they're not a very big car, the passenger car. Wait a second, I just noticed it's got a bit of a bow in it. Maybe I'll have to. It will need some weight in it, so I've got to get some weights made up inside of it. That will straighten it out. But it'll look apart on the layout. I won't do any scenery on it. G'day, Ray. How are you? I see you finally made it.
Bye, Ray, and good night, Sean.
Good night, Sean. Take care. We'll see you during the trips. Oh, here comes trouble. Asian massage. You want a lady? Oh no, don't go there, Kyle. No, ours were different. Ours were definitely females. Yeah.
Well, if it's Thai, you never know.
Yeah. Nah, it's
until you realize you just took part in the Crying Game Part 2.
Let me see if I can actually. Let me see if I can actually get the pictures up to show you guys the passenger cars I'm working on. Because they were in a oh, come on, stop. They were actually a luxury passenger train carriages here. Back in the 40s, right up into the 60s, before the air conditioning coaches came up. Oh, damn it. I said Google it. And then, yeah, what do you get? I want it. Let me try to find it. They say use Google. Yes, dear. What do you want? No, yet we're live streaming. Search. His internet's going on all slow. Again there, guys. Sorry, it's just a bit hard with one-handed. So what do you get? You get everything, but all right. Right. Okay. Got the XPT. Okay, here they are. These are what I'm making up. Oh, okay, I'll just bring it up like this. What do they have to change things around for? Make things harder. Why am I blue? Why? I don't know why you're not blue. I'll fix that up. Tammy, you should have been blue. I'll fix that up later on tonight. I'll make you blue.
Oh, she's blue.
How blue do you want to be?
Am I blue? Am I blue?
Should be blue.
Yeah, she's blue.
Okay. That should bring it up. Yeah, these are the. I don't know if you guys can see it. Why isn't that? Why can't I get that up bigger? So basically, what I'm doing is I'm going to be making these passenger cars up. It's not letting me make it bigger. Why is it not making me wet? Ah, okay. Let's see. These are the common ones. It's not. Oh, geez, this is really starting to annoy the crap out of me. There's some of these I've got to get made up. That's on the side, the 12-wheeler passenger cars. They're 72 footers. They're a combination of sleeping cars and normal coach. Yeah, so this is what it brings up in a small picture again. Why is it doing this?
I don't know.
The regular runs are not cheap, as you can see. Like for the 3-car set there, they're
400.
You see the 3-car set, they're $400. So they're not cheap. The kits are $50. So they just got to do a bit more. What do you call it? Just means I've got to do a bit more work to it.
What was the one set that was 990?
Yeah, that's with a full set of cars. Hang on, let me just bring it up. He's got the.
Was it 5 cars? 6 cars?
Yeah, I think it's 5, 6 cars. It was here somewhere.
Yeah, don't worry about it if you can't find it. Just trying to figure out why there's only 2 more cars and more than double the price.
Yeah. I think the full set is 5-car set. Where is it now?
Yeah.
Let me see if I get into that. Let's see. Oh, here they are. That's a South Coast set. Yeah, that's $990. That's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6-car set.
All right, so the first set is 3 cars for $400, but 6 cars is $990. The math isn't working for me unless these are all lit up and the other ones aren't, or something.
I don't know. No, then I don't think they are lit up. Individual cars, they're roughly about $155 each. But there's a lot of detail in the carriage, but it's a lot of money for passenger cars. And there's a lot of nice Australian stuff, but it's just so expensive. So that's why we get into kit bash, and then like with 3D printing, it's going to come in handy. But with the Australian stuff, it's actually more expensive, just as expensive as European stuff. I was lucky. This kit cost me only $50, which is the same one. I mean, I got the shell in the back room. By the time I paint it up and whatnot, it's going to cost me and light it. It's going to cost me $80 a carriage anyway. And well, at least one good thing about these carriages,
besides the toilet.
Yeah, the size of the toilet too. Plus, the passengers, they don't need amputation to sit inside. Yeah, they don't have to have their legs amputated. So you might have some happy fellow passengers. Yeah. So what else you got there? You showing off something else there, Randall?
Oh yeah, that's an engine I've had for a long time, Ari. That's my my Frisco USRA 282. So yeah, I've had this one a couple years. So if I can get it out without falling out of the box.
Well, at least we'll find out if it bounces, if it's made out of rubber or not.
Oh, I don't want to drop this one, Artie, because I won't never get another one if I do.
Oh, nice.
The only reason I bought this one anyway was Train World had them on sale.
Right.
So that right there is one of the very rare steam engines you'll see in my collection.
I've got to say, I know there's a lot of people that bag Bachmann with their steam engine, but you know what? I don't have any troubles with them.
Well, the new Bachmanns are actually pretty good. It's when you get to the older stuff, like engines that are like 20 years old or older, that's where you'll kind of start to run into problems. I've got a 4449 that's that was back from 2003. Of course, it sat on a hobby shop shelf for I don't know how long, because I would pass by it over the years and it would sit there. And finally, that was actually a Christmas present from my dad. And that engine, I ran it. I took it to the club, ran it there, ran it around here a few times on my layout, and I got ready to run it the other day. Well, I say the other day, it's been a few months ago. And I took it out of the box, and the drivers fell apart on it. So,
G'day, Sean Ricard. How are you, buddy?
I was told that the older Bachmanns.
Hi, Jean Ricard.
The center of the axles are plastic, and I guess over time it expands and they'll just slide apart.
Right.
So,
because as I understand, there was some batches of gears that were made for a few model train manufacturers that was the wrong plastic.
Should be sleepy. It's almost 3 a.m. there.
Yeah, and he's got no sleeping tablets. Woohoo! Poor bugger. Yeah. And what happens is when you put the grease and oil on it, it actually deteriorates the plastic for gearing. That's why we end up having cracked gears in that. Some of the Bachmann engines have it, a Proto, and one brand of trains here, the early train and rumble train engines, like the 44 class engines. All their gears splitting because it was too soft of plastic. Yeah.
well,
but even it got to have a steam engine.
I think one thing Bachmann does real well is they make good, I guess if you want to call it cheap, steam engines, smaller steam engines, and they also do road names that you typically won't find the other manufacturers make. Like this one here is a Frisco one. And as far as I know, that's non-brass. They're the only manufacturer that offers Frisco as a road name on steam engines.
I've got a couple of nice ones there. And like I've got this other one that I now know what Dakota I've got to get into it. This is the one, the 38. I haven't got it out of the box yet. If you can see that.
Oh, yeah.
Now I know where the Dakota goes into it, but apparently I've got to do a bit of machining up in the boiler to get the speaker to fit inside it. So I'll work on that somewhere down the track now that I know what Dakota got to set up. But I'm going to put a Tsunami 2 Dakota in it. If it fits, if not, then I'm going to have to go and use I'll probably go TCS. I know you got the ESU Dakotas, but I think I might go the TCS. I just found it with my train automation program and whatnot. TCS Dakotas are nice, and they will actually fit in nicely in Australian engines because we don't have much room in Australian engines.
Yeah.
Oh, shame.
This one here, the Dakota would go back here in the tender, and the speaker's up under. Well, my hands are in the way, but the speaker be up under here. So
yeah, that's what I like about the Barton steam engines. Like that, you can put this. You got the Dakota and everything else ready to go.
The only thing I don't like about this engine, Artie, and it's hard. It's kind of hard for everybody to see it because this room isn't real well lit. But and I don't think I can turn my light on my phone. But these wires right here that connect from the engine to the tender, they will drag on the ties. So it's got a lot of play in the wires right there. So
what I did was I pulled a lot of those wires into the tender, and then what I done was I done a little cable tie, right, and put it around the wires, so the cables will not pull out too far, and they won't drag on the ties. If you understand what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I was actually thinking about doing the same thing, just pulling the wires up in there and getting some kind of a little tie and tie up in there. Maybe that'll kind of raise them up off the rails a little bit. But,
yeah, that's what I did with a lot of mine because sometimes I'll put them on, sometimes I don't. And ones I know Broadway Limited did that with their steam engines, and eventually Barkman started doing with theirs. So, because we always end up pulling more, we usually tug it all out a bit more so you can actually get the plug in and the tender pulls apart. But if you use a little small cable tie or wide tie, as Grandpa Rail calls it, you won't have so much of a drag. The drag otherwise on the tires.
And another interesting thing is when this engine runs. Now this is a DC only engine. It doesn't have sound or DCC in it, but both lights burn at the same time when it runs. So your tender light burns and your headlight burns when it's going down the track. Now, I don't know if they all do that, but this one does.
Might be just that particular model that does it because I know.
Yeah, I'm actually not complaining about it, but I was just kind of wanted to point that out, but
yeah, that's true too, Sean and Carl. They do make them a bit longer so they can negotiate the curves, but they do have a bit longer wire in it because when people put it together, people usually have further away. You know, the tenders always come apart from the main engine. Well, this model here, I know the 38 class that I just showed you a moment ago. I know it's an Australian model, but it is actually made by Hornby, so it's going to be interesting to see how it runs. I mean, so there's some guys here that already have them; they reckon they're a good runner. So I'll have to wait and see how it actually performs on the mountain railways. That's what mine is. Well, anyway, guys, I am going to.
No, say it's not true.
Right. Okay, guys, I'm going to call it quits. The medication's slowly kicking in still. And
all right.
I'd like to thank everybody for turning up and joining the stream. I'm hoping to have a bit more prepared for next week. I'll try to pop in to other streams during the week, as long as I'm able to. I've got a few appointments this week, but yeah, these payments are really knocking me out in the next few days. So, thank you again, everybody. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Randall.
Yep, you bet. Thanks, Artie.
Have fun and stay safe, and I'll see you guys all soon.
Yep. See you guys.
All right. Take
Bye.
care.
Yeah.
Take care.
Bye.